To start with our two-dimensional designs, I'm going to divide my paper into different sections. It doesn't really matter what your sections look like. They could be straight or kind of puffy, organic, or geometric. I'm making mine more organic, like puzzle pieces. You can divide them smaller later. Just start with something. This section is pretty big. I might decide to split that up somehow. I'll start in one section, and I need to think of designs that are going to be very detailed. Something very interesting to look at by itself. I'll start with something simple, and then I will add more details to it. Say triangles. Right now, I'm adding triangles all over this section, big and small. I'm not leaving too much space in between the triangles. This project should not take you one day to finish. I will add more details to this later. This one, I think I will do some spirals to start. And my spirals are going to touch each other. Now they're going all out of the line, which I'm actually okay with. I don't mind them sticking out into other sections. It might make it a little interesting. So you can adjust your borders later. Yeah, I kind of like that. Maybe I'll make this one curved too. Every one of them is just going to spiral out until it touches another line. If you want your spirals to look like this, that they're all connected, when I start one, I'm not starting one really far away. I'm starting it with a little space around, and then as I get two lines, I'm just skipping them as I go around. Again, I'm going to add more details to this when I start in with my Sharpie. I will do some simple stripes that I'll add more details to. If you want to use a ruler, you can. Instead of just doing stripes, I'm adding more details to my stripe pattern. I think I will do a checker pattern in this one, but I'm going to make it more interesting than just a checker pattern. I'm going to start in the middle, and my lines are actually going to come spread out almost like a sunburst or a fan. And then on this side, I'm going to do the same thing, the opposite direction. Now I've got to do the same thing going a slightly different direction. So I'll start here and do the same thing. I'll start in the middle. I'm not doing any coloring in right now, so I'm going to be doing that with my Sharpie in a little bit. Just get the main ideas down of what you want in each section. I think I'm going to do some wavy lines over here in layers. So in order to do that, I start with one and then I follow the last line. Kind of like when we did bubble letters. I'm following the last line without touching it. And I might even change it so that they're coming up almost like clouds. The details you add are really up to you. You can continue on with different checker, shape, or repeating patterns, or you could do something a little more detailed. Don't use words because they're very hard to make into a pattern, but you could do different shapes think I might want to do some things that look kind of like trees in this corner. Not trees like we did on our birch trees exactly. They look more like stripes, but that have little stubby branches. You can use your imagination to come up with designs as long as you are filling up a lot of space on your paper, not leaving big empty spaces with nothing on it. Now, inside here, I'm going to add wood lines, which are kind of like concentric shapes or ovals, one inside the other. Now, I have a lot of space in between these trees. I need to decide if I'm going to color them in black so it's not all white space, or if I'm going to do a lot of coloring inside the branches. I think on this side I'm going to make this part of another pattern. So it'll come like here. That way there's not a lot of space in between my tree. I've done a lot of lines around here. I don't want to do another line thing. I might do another shape section. I think I'm going to do stars. If you do stars, when you're just drawing with a pencil, draw the stars, you know, this way. And then when you color them in, just color them solid and it'll look, you won't see these lines. Again, I don't want my stars to be spaced that far apart. I need them to be closer. If you have trouble drawing stars like this, there's another way you can get a star. I will start with an A, a capital letter A, and then the lines that come in the middle here, I will stretch out farther, and then I'm going to cross over the arm, over one of the legs, to touch the opposite toe, so to speak. Now this is really short. I'm going to actually lengthen it a little bit. Take the arm, stretch it across the leg to touch the opposite toe, and you'll get a star very similar to that you have 5 arms with. And I need to remember to put them up all the way to these trees. I think I will do a concentric shape in the middle here. So I'll start with a small shape, and then coming out from that shape, I will draw another one following the same shape as the last one, only bigger. I won't touch the first shape, and if the shape changes a little bit, that's fine. Notice I'm going side by side. I keep lifting my pencil up so I don't lose control of my line. If you try and keep your pencil down the whole time, you'll probably lose control at some point and you'll make a line you don't like. Always lift your pencil up and give your hand a break. I'm not stopping because I've reached the edges. I am skipping the parts that go outside of my shape border and just starting back up wherever I still have space.